Hello again. Got the little flowers on the conker tree now. Lovely. So it's quite a bit later than normal today. I did hang around to wait for it to stop raining, and apparently it's supposed to be sunny now for a little while, or non-cloudy anyway. But there is a little bit of a mist of the old liquid sunshine coming down, but we're not going to let that stop us today. A lot more prepared than I was yesterday. I got my full coat on with the inner liner, got my hat with me. Yeah, should be okay. Let's go and see what's going on. There we go, 4 of the Lido bunnies making the most of their little haven of peace before it reopens, and they get shooed away by all the swimmers. Get our standard shot out over the town and the seafront. You know, in Sheldon sometimes I show you those beach huts that are by the toilets. They're like long thin corridors. There's about 5 of them in a row, and I'd always say they're really expensive. They're often used as Airbnbs, and they're supposedly expensive to buy and expensive to stay in. Well, they really consist of not a lot more than a corridor where you come in at one end, got a little bit of a kitchen, above you is like a shelf where you sleep, and then there's a small room and the back bit which is outdoors. Anyway, one of them's come up for sale. How much do you think? 100,000? 200,000? 300,000? No, don't be so silly. 325,000. Here's a couple of things about it on Facebook. And I'll drop you a link to the actual sales page so you can look at the pictures yourself and let me know if you think it's worth 325,000. And we've got a train. The train doesn't think it's worth 325,000 because it's a train. It doesn't think anything. Haha. No wind blocker today as well. And a toot toot because it's a happy train. Lovely. There we go, I made it to Sprey Point. Lovely. It's not poured down yet. It is, however, spitting, and I do have some drops on my glasses, so I may well end up with a hat back on as I walk back, but we'll deal with that when it happens. Here we go. Looks like it's sunny over in the Warren and over towards Exmouth. Or sunnier anyway, but unfortunately no really long views today for Colin in Canada, as we're just into shapes now. So there we go. And there's our 2-tone train. Yay, 2-tone train, lovely. Alright, well, as you've probably guessed, I'm not trying to go all the way along today. That was just a little jaunt to get the blood flowing. Now we'll head back along the seafront. Happy train! Yeah, certainly not exactly nice weather, but a lot better than yesterday. So that's a bonus. We'll look on the positive side. Whee! Bye-bye, train. Aww. So there we go, that was the Seawall. Don't think there's any more trains. But never mind, let's head along the seafront. Oh yes, not sure if you can see that or not, but it looks like the paint is starting to bulge off the side of the yacht club up the top there. So whether or not we'll suddenly see a big piece of exposed plaster in the future? I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. Taking the seafront path rather than the road today, just for a simple change. And there we go, another 2 subscribers. Just stopped had a chat with them, lovely to meet them. Chap I met just now said he screenshots my then and now. He's got about 250 pictures of old Timoth on his phone. I said, brilliant, why not? Share and share alike. And I told him about Bill's phone Timoth, which I'll mention again now, which has all sorts of links on it. billsphoneTimoth.com. Check it out. Very interesting stuff on there. And of course, if there's anything on there that you think needs to be on there and isn't on there, drop me an email. We'll get it added on. Why not? Got a few splashy waves coming up over the wall ahead. Of course, they stop the second I start to fill. Oh, there's one there. That was just a baby one though. There we go, you can see where it's been hitting the side of the pier there with the splash marks. It was quite big just now, it really was, but of course I say it really is the second I start filming, it just stops. A few more wave enthusiasts there, we're just taking photos. I think they might have got a little bit wet, they may have stopped. Anyway, there's the seafront, a little bit more busy than the other day. Lovely. We're going to make our way up towards the lighthouse for a 1979 then and now for crane. Oh yes, here we go, pretty similar angle. 1979, there's the crane up by the lighthouse, and it says underneath that it's moving lagoons of water that have formed and replacing the sand up here at the point. Lovely. And as you know, we could do with some sand being replaced now, in all fairness, instead of being taken up to Sprey Point. But there we go. Just noticed some new stuff at the top of this lamppost. Couple of cameras, not saying they're new, but just below it looks like a Wi-Fi point. And I've tried to see what signals are available. It says EE is available very strongly here, so it could be some sort of EE service. Anyway, that's that. Quick pan round at the point. I think I'll just stick my head down to where the ferry docks. Why not? There goes the covered ferry on its way over to Shoulden. Here we go, fairly high tide up the back beach here. The passerelle there. Had a quick glimpse around off camera, no sign of any swans. Fair enough. Now you may think, why didn't I walk along the beach if I'm going in this direction? Well, the answer is because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get along the end past Leander Court, because the tide's up. So I thought I'd go this way and stick my head down Ivy Lane. Oh well, I was wrong. I could have come along this way. This is the bit here that I thought was going to be full of water. But never mind, all good. Always seem to be able to hear the baby seagull, don't we? Cuts through everything else. Wee, wee, wee. Usually vehicles parked here. Not today though. Tarpaulin not back up on the back of that bit there where they store all the stuff. Looks quite clear. There's Polly Steps. Won't be going all the way up there today, of course. Nobody's in at the docks by the look of things, unless there's something secreted itself to hide behind the ship that's about to come into view. Down Osmond's Lane towards the Den. That picture shows seen better days, hasn't it? Originally it was a chap there walking along the sea wall with a big wave coming up, quite clear. Not so much now, but then again, February the 7th 2011, so it's done well, isn't it? What's that make it? 13? Yeah, 13 years old. Excellent. Still waiting on the display to bloom over there. I'm sure it will though. And there is a reason why we're going to the Den, so I can tell you a little bit of news I've heard. But let's get there first. Okay, so we're a tiny little bit closer to getting the new toilets over there. Is it an official announcement? No, not really, but it's sort of like a backdoor bit of news. What do I mean? Well, go back a few years to back when Teignmouth was Teignmouth, you know, it was a proud seaside resort. There used to be loads of deck chairs everywhere, all up and down the prom, and you paid 50p to sit in one, etc, etc. Well, that sort of faded out and faded out and faded out, but the deck chairs themselves had to be stored somewhere. And they're stored underneath there, unused. So this appears on Facebook. Here you go. So if they're getting rid of all the deck chairs for free, giveaway, they're obviously clearing out underneath there. So that's one step further towards our new toilets. Excitement personified. Oh yes. With that final view of the pier, we shall begin heading back via the triangle where I believe there's a farmers market going on. Oh yes. I remember my second conker, the one I said I found in a jar that I was going to throw away, and it sprouted. I planted it about 2.5 weeks ago. Showed you it. Well, I showed you an empty sort of looking pot. Little tiny sprouts come up. Lovely. Show you that tomorrow. Here we go. Triangle, brunch, luders, coasters, fountain, no seagull, slipping, slipping. And a little farmer's market up ahead. Excellent. I think Mum wants me to see if there's any cake there today, so I'll have a look. Here we go, Shillingford Organics, immediately apparent. Black Rabbit alcohol, and more alcohol there. Bread, cakes, jams, home baked fresh over there. There's the cake shop. Oh, I think I can see a piece for her. Here we go, this is me in the future, showing you the size of cake. Cracking. There we go, I've got my cake. Lovely. Got Mum's cake, I should say, really, because I'm on my little diet. There's the meat wagon. Pause if you want to read the prices. And with that, it's time to start to head up home. Bus stop's busy. And back past the Brass, which was the Brass Monkey, which was the Half Moon, and which was once the Half Moon Hotel. Check out the Lost Pub section on Bill's Phone Teignmouth to see some more. That's what would happen if I took a brolly out with me when it's windy. With that, another little jaunt comes to an end. I've enjoyed that. A bit cooler than it should be at this time of year, but like I say, I prepared for it, put the right coat on, and yeah, not bad at all. As I was heading up to Sprey Point right at the start, I thought it might start raining, but it hasn't, so bonus. Anyway, that'll do for today. take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.